Hello, Peter C. Hayward here, doing an update video. No games today, just me talking at you. Since I last did a video, a lot has changed. I'm in the process of moving, and if you're super familiar with my videos, you notice that this is not even the room that I normally video in. So between a week from now and when I last made a video, I will have moved twice. It's been a big and busy time. I also now need glasses. It's been crazy. I hope that everyone is well. I have no kind of script here, so this might be a little bit rambly, but I thought I'd just check in with everyone and explain what is happening with this channel. So if you're on the Solforge subreddit, which is reddit.com/r/Solforge, or you follow the Solforge forums, you'll have noticed a post by me about 2 months ago, maybe a little more. Hang on, let's find the date. A bit under 2 months ago, actually. I thought it was 2 months ago, but no. A bit under 2 months ago, 15th of June, where I declared that I was quitting Solforge. And I posted about the reasons, and I'll link to the post in the bottom box. But I also thought I'd make a video for people who don't follow those various mediums, and also to explain what's happening, etc. So basically, I left Solforge because I was getting really annoyed, and it was providing more unhappiness to my life than it was providing happiness, which sounds very wanky, but is also the truth. Basically, the key components were three. Night Gaunt, which you've probably heard me raving about at length if you've watched my videos or been on the forums or live in my house. But yeah, Night Gaunt for me was just killing Draft, and Draft is my favorite thing about Solforge. I still think it's amazing. I miss it a lot, but the fact that Night Gaunt, every time that it appeared, every time I won with it or someone else won with it, or it just spiraled out of control, I would just get so angry that it would ruin the whole run of 4 games. And considering the fact that Night Gaunt is so prevalent, it's impossible to go through 4 games without running into one, got to the point where I didn't want to play Draft. And so I decided I was going to quit Draft and I was going to get into Constructed. And this was right when the new cards came out. And so I made that video, which is I think the most recent video on my channel, opening all those packs and just getting nothing from it, and I just got sad. I just got sad and really annoyed. So Draft was ruined. Constructed is not interesting to me if I don't have access to the cards, and I'm happy to put money in to get the cards. But everyone was saying that the best way to get the new cards when they came out was to play Draft a lot, and I didn't want to play Draft. So I didn't want to play Draft. I didn't have the new cards, so I didn't want to play Constructed. And frankly, when you take Constructed and Draft out of Solforge, there's not a whole lot left. And so, sad though it made me, I decided to quit Solforge, and I made a big video. This is my video. I made a big post, and Justin Gary, who is the head of Stoneblade Entertainment, who makes Solforge, he posted a comment saying that he was sorry to see me go and kind of talking about the problems that I had. The third big problem I had, and this one is, I could live with this one, is just that I really dislike the design feature of 2 consecutive level 1 hands and level 3 will kill you, no matter what. Like, there's almost no possible circumstance where 2 full level 1 hands stops you from dying unless you play, really fast or something. It's just awful. I really, really hate that fact about Solforge. Admittedly, it was accentuated for me by Night Gaunt, because having a level 1 hand against Night Gaunt means you can't even chip away. Oh, just awful. Very, very crank inducing, which is why I was becoming a crank and decided to stop playing Solforge. And so I haven't played Solforge since I made those posts. I actually went back on the Reddit today and checked out the forum a little bit just to see what I'd missed, to see if Night Gaunt had been fixed. It hadn't, because they can't fix it until they do the new lot of cards. Yeah, so I haven't been on since I left. They did a faction specific draft, which is a suggestion I came up with, and I was a bit like, oh, look at that, a thing that I thought of has been done, and apparently it was very popular. I'm sure they also thought of it, but I did also suggest that, and it got a lot of attention, so hurrah. Justin Gary's response, for the record, is that he says, yes, Night Gaunt is an issue, it makes drafts less fun, we're going to fix it, which, honestly, if I'd known about that beforehand, I probably wouldn't have been as fast to quit, but I'd talked about it a lot, and I'd gotten this overwhelming kind of consensus from people of like, you are being crazy, and I was like, I knew that I wasn't being crazy. I've only ever complained about the Savants when they were huge and they got nerfed, Weirwood, which got nerfed, and then Night Gaunt, and now it's getting nerfed. I also disagreed with Berserk's Spite Mage. I haven't played for a month and a half. I still know like all the stats of the cards and things. and that got nerfed. I didn't ever make a post about that, but I remember thinking that card is broken, and then it got fixed. And so yeah, Night Gaunt was a problem, got fixed. Hoorah! Well, is going to get fixed. And had I known that they were doing that, I would have been less inclined to leave. But because they didn't talk about it, I had no way of knowing, and it was causing me unhappiness, etc., etc. He also says that they're aware that it's a difficult thing of like letting people get access to the cards while also giving them business, and I completely appreciate that struggle because I've got some friends who make card games for a living, and I can understand that would be a totally different, a totally tricky kind of balance. But as I said, Night Gaunt being a problem meant that I just left me with nothing in the game. Randomness level screw. He says that he's okay with it. The frustration of losing a game you should win, this is Justin Gary, due to randomness is something we're working to minimize, but if you want a game that doesn't have randomness, Solforge is probably not the right game for you. And I'm okay with randomness generally. Like, I think that randomness is okay. It's just when you just get totally fucked over by it. It's just not fun, and it's always at the end of a game. Like, a lot of games like Magic, etc., your opening hand, you'd be like, oh, this is fucked me. Like, I can't do a thing. Solforge nicely avoids that. There's no way of getting fucked over by your opening hands unless you get all damage spells, but that's more of a deck construction thing. However, no matter how good your board position is, it is totally possible to get fucked over at level 3 by drawing 2 or 3 consecutive level 1 hands, which has happened to me a lot, and it's just so infuriating. And it's something that they could fix that element of it while keeping the game random. They could have the Bobby 2 has this great idea of I think I've talked about it in videos before, and I'll try to remember to put a link to that as well in the bottom bar, which is basically the cards that you draw. Your opponent is guaranteed to draw cards within the same range. So if I draw all level 1s and level 3s, so will my opponent, or maybe a level 1 or level 2 or so, but there's no chance of me drawing all level 1s and him drawing all level 3s and me drawing all level 1s and him drawing all level 3s. Now, which cards are specifically in the hand is still randomness. I don't mind randomness. I just think that randomness in a way that's so chronically unfun is the problem. And that's my issue with it, and that's something that I really wish that Stoneblade would fix. But he said that he's very sad to see me go, and he appreciates my support and community presence, hopes I'll return someday, and that they are here and listening and working hard every day to make Solforge the best game it can be. And I totally appreciate all that, but yeah, it was just getting to a point where things weren't fun for me, and I was having a bit of a rough time, and I kind of wanted to go to a game for fun, and because Solforge was causing me less fun, and it didn't work for me. So I stopped playing and stopped following the community, and I just checked in today, and there's been some new spoilers, and I don't know, I didn't really look at it that much. I will come back at the end of the year and see how it's all going, but yeah, I really think they should fix level screw, and they can. They, like, as a digital card game, it's totally within their power to fix it, and they say that they want their top players win rate about, I think 85% is generally said to be the ideal sort of number. 85% is good. It means like 1 in 10 games you lose your level screw. Right now, the top players' stats are about 70%. And that's low. I mean, I don't know. I'm not that into card games generally, so maybe it's not, but it seems low to me. You think that... Because on the leaderboards, you'll have people at 85% for a month. Like, they'll be there one time and then not at all the next time. And that's... yeah... it's problematic. So Solforge is off my list at the moment. I really do miss it. I miss the community. The community is fantastic in Solforge. The Reddit and you know, Kit and all those folk is great, and I miss that. But it was causing me unhappiness, and so I stopped playing. I have, however, been playing Hearthstone and some other digital card games, and I've recorded some videos. I wanted to put this one up first, and I actually recorded all those about a month ago, so they're going to be way out of date. Since I made those videos, I've played so much more Hearthstone, and I'm awful at it. God, so I really want to make some videos of my current state of Hearthstone to get some feedback on how I can be less awful at it. And then there's some other games that I've been playing. You'll see. So I'm going to start uploading videos again, probably after I move house for the second time in a month and a half. But this is just a short video about where I've been, why I stopped uploading Solforge videos, etc. And saying that I miss it, and I'll hopefully be back soon. Any questions, let me know, and I'll answer them either in the comments or in a future video or something like that. But thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. Check out my game at draculasfeast.com. No one has. I've put a lot of time and effort into that game, and I don't think anyone has played it. That made me a little bit sad, but I was also like, well, that's a lesson learned. don't make games and put them online for free because no one will play them. Thanks for watching. I miss Solforge. I miss you guys and your crazy comments and all the cool people I've met through this and through other things. And yeah, it's been crazy. My post about quitting Solforge is, I think, the 9th highest ranking post on all of the subreddit, which is not something I should care about, but I'm like, that's pretty cool. That's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon with some pre-recorded stuff, and then eventually with some new stuff. Sorry about the ramble. Peter out.